Do you have a debate tomorrow, or are you looking to improve your third speaker speech? Well, you've come to the right place. Today I'm going to be going through a tutorial for both beginner and advanced debaters on how to structure your third speaker speech. I would recommend commencing with a greeting such as "Good morning, ladies and gentlemen," or "Good morning, adjudicator." This is a professional way to start. Then begin to introduce the contents of your speech. A beginner example of this would be, before I sum up my team's case, I will point out the fallacies in the other team's arguments. However, if you're a bit more advanced and have experience with thematic rebuttal, you may like to say, before I sum up my team's case, the themes/clashes/questions I identified were. If you're unfamiliar with clashes are topics where both teams discuss the negative and positive impacts of a change, with contrasting perspectives. After your brief summary of your speech, you could rebut every argument that was stated by the other team, and start by saying the other team argued that. Ensure that you address each of the arguments with direct rebuttals before indirect rebuttals. An example of a direct rebuttal would be, the other team's argument was incorrect because. And an example of an indirect rebuttal would be, even if the opposing team's side still stands, our side is more important because. An advanced tip would be to weigh both of the arguments of the other team and your team and explain why your team's arguments still stand. If you are experimenting with thematic rebuttal, this would be a good idea after you rebut each clash. After you make sure that you have responded to each of the arguments with a rebuttal, sum up your team's case. This could start off with, the arguments presented by my team today were. Thank you everybody for listening, and good luck for your next debate.